And 1964 looks like it might be the year of the ballot or the bullet.
That was Malcolm X 60 years ago. But sadly, we could say the same thing about 2026.
It'll be the ballot or it'll be the bullet. It'll be liberty or it'll be death. And if you're not ready to pay that price, don't use the word freedom in your vocabulary.
It was April of 1964, and Malcolm had grown tired of Democrats and Republicans giving lip service to civil rights, but not passing any laws to protect black people.
And understand this, that the ballot is as powerful as the bullet.
His ballot or bullet speech was a call to action and a threat to white America. Either black people will have the right to vote, or white people will see an armed revolution. Yet today, even as the former Confederate states are ripping away black voting power all across the South, there are voices out here telling black people that voting doesn't matter. Malcolm knew better.
We must know what part politics play in our lives. And until we become politically mature, we will always be misled, led astray, or deceived or maneuvered.
You see, Malcolm understood exactly why the black vote was powerful.
The whites are so evenly divided that every time they vote, the race is so close they have to go back and count the votes all over again. And which means that any block, any minority that has a block of votes that stick together is in a strategic position. Either way you go, that's who gets it.
Malcolm was a black revolutionary, but some black people today have twisted his legacy to think that just because he was a black nationalist who carried a gun meant that he wanted us to focus only on self-defense, community development, or spirituality. That's not what he said.
And I don't believe in fighting today in any one front, but on all fronts.
Malcolm believed in using all our weapons, including the right to vote. That's why he urged black people to recognize the political power we have at our fingertips and use it.
When you see this, you can see that the Negro vote is the key factor.
All across the South, Republicans are passing a flurry of new laws to erase black voting power. It's the same Southern states that tried to block our civil rights in Malcolm's time.
The same senators that were involved in the filibuster were from the states where there were the most Negroes. Why were they filibustering the civil rights legislation? And those senators from those states know that if the Negroes in those states can vote, those senators are down the drain.
He's right. Mississippi, 38% black. Louisiana, 33% black. Georgia, 33% black. Tennessee, 16% black. And that's not including the 7 million black people who live in Texas or Florida. The same southern states that are rushing to take away black voting power are the states where most black people live. More than half of black people in America live in the South. And Republicans know that if enough black people in the South rise up and vote, they'll be out of power. So they use voter suppression to stop us from voting and gerrymandering to dilute our votes.
They got a thing that they call gerrymandering. They maneuver you out of power. Even though you can vote, they fix it so you're voting for nobody.
Malcolm understood that black people bled and died for the right to vote. So when someone tells us not to vote, they're doing the enemy's dirty work. 3 months after Malcolm's speech, the Civil Rights Act was signed into law in July 1964. A year later, the Voting Rights Act became law in August 1965. Malcolm was assassinated on February 21st, 1965, and would not live to see that day. The bullet stopped Malcolm's ballot. But until America stops playing games with black voting rights, his warning still stands.